As you look at the insert in your program, you'll see why I tell everyone that I have the distinct pleasure of working at a really great college with really talented students. During the course of the year, many of you have been honored for your achievements. You have received academic honors and organizational honors. You've presented original work on campus and at regional and national gatherings. You've participated and competed all over. You've made Hastings College and our community a better place. Please then take a moment to review the insert that is included in your program. Let's look at it, right? At this time, I would ask all of the individuals listed in the program insert to please stand as you are able and be recognized for all your good work throughout the year. It's amazing all the talent we have on campus. Congratulations. Now is the time for the presentation of scholarships and honors. We will follow the order listed in your program. The first is the invited faculty lecture. Under the sponsorship of the Artist Lecture Series Committee, the Hastings College community honors 2 faculty members each year by inviting them to present a lecture on a topic of their choice. Members of the faculty nominate 5 of their peers for the 2 awards. And the final selection of the 2 lecturers is made by an all-student vote. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our 2 invited faculty lecturers for next year. Actually, I'm only going to be able to introduce one because Ben Waller is in Kalamazoo, Michigan at a conference right now. But I believe Dr. Carter Aiken might be here.
Hello, my name is Nathan Mertens, and I'm the president of Alpha Chi. Alpha Chi is the academic honorary on campus, and each year we name 2 outstanding freshmen and sophomores. Faculty members write in letters of recommendation, and the students of Alpha Chi vote. This year's outstanding freshman female is very involved on the Hastings College campus and in the community of Hastings. This Hastings native frequently plays at services at the First Presbyterian Church, but can also be seen within almost every facet of the Hastings College music program. She excels in the classroom and has a wonderful work ethic. Her majors are music education and piano performance. Please help me in recognizing this year's outstanding female freshman, Hannah Jensen. The next individual is described as being overly prepared for every aspect of college. He truly embodies what it means to be an ideal student. Because of his very busy schedule, he only attends an hour of a 2-hour class every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But the professor says that he still manages to keep up in the class and have one of the top grades. He is currently a biology major. Please help me in recognizing this year's outstanding male freshman, Ben Reimer. Ben is actually not in attendance today because he's competing with the baseball team at Nationals. This year's outstanding sophomore female is described as being outstanding in every aspect of life. Not many students get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do their homework, well, unless they forgot to do it the night before. However, this individual is up because she wants to be the best she can. Not only is this individual very motivated toward her future goals, but she's one of the nicest people on campus. Sometimes exhausted from taking the time to help everyone else out. Her majors are flute performance and music education. Please help me in recognizing this year's outstanding female sophomore, Margaret Gregory. Our last student award winner is much like the other recipients, extremely motivated and excels in every aspect of campus life. This individual is a wonderful student and golfer. Whether he is playing 18 holes or the 88-keyed piano, he is a shining star. He's also very active in the community by volunteering for the Hastings Literacy Program and the Special Olympics. He also regularly plays piano at St. Cecilia. Please help me in recognizing this year's outstanding male sophomore, Jeremy Merman. The last award that Alpha Chi presents is Outstanding Faculty Award. This is again selected by just the students of Alpha Chi. This year's award winner always puts his students as his #1 priority. One student says that she was unable to attend an hour of this professor's 2-hour class, and he met with her privately to make up that hour every week, was paid nothing extra, and just did it. This professor may ride a motorcycle, have long hair, and look tough, but he's a softie and an overall great person at heart. Please help me in recognizing this year's outstanding faculty member, Dr. John Snyder.
Good morning. My name is Blake Holan. I'm the president of the Theater Honorary Alpha Psi Omega. Every year, Alpha Psi Omega presents the Hal Schiffler Award to recognize outstanding contributions to the theater department from someone who is not a member of the Alpha Psi Omega honorary fraternity. All current members of the honorary vote for eligible candidates. This year, the Hal Schiffler Award goes to Emily Funke. And I guess Emily is not in attendance. So, thank you.
Hello, I'm Turner McGee to represent the art department. On an occasion like this, there's a lot of looking back and looking forward, I think, as Jamie has pointed out to us. And the two awards that the art department gives annually represent that. One is an award for most promising art student, which is looking forward in a sense, usually a freshman or a sophomore. And the other is for outstanding accomplishment in art, which is a retrospective award, always given to a senior. I'm sorry that our outstanding junior class gets left out of this, but stick around. This year's most promising art student is one who is certainly a leader, learner, as Jamie said, somebody who more than showed up. And I'd like to give that award to Alyssa Carr, please. She's the townie. Stay here for just a second. Okay. And our outstanding accomplishment in art award goes to Micah Kamla. A senior from McCook. So they get a very small honorary financial award here. Get used to that since you've chosen art. And congratulations.
Each year, the biology department awards the Wendell V. Showalter Scholarship to a junior student in a medical or a paramedical field that exemplifies the high standards that Dr. Showalter demanded of his students, and one who shows promise of making a significant contribution to their chosen field. Dr. Showalter was chairman of the biology department from 1956 until 1972, and he took a particular interest in those students preparing for careers in health care. This award is made possible by a number of Dr. Showalter's former students who are now practicing physicians. It is my distinct pleasure to award this year's Wendell V. Showalter Scholarship to a most deserving student, Mr. Jake Bourdin. The Gilbert Adrian Scholarship is provided by former students of Gilbert's who, having enjoyed and profited from his 31 years of field trip expertise, wish to ensure that future generations of students would have the opportunity to participate in Hastings College biology field trips and off-campus experiences. To qualify, a student must be a freshman, sophomore, or a junior, majoring in biology with an emphasis in field biology or environmental studies. The scholarship is a cash award and is intended to offset the expenses of those students who choose to include field experiences as a part of their college education. It's my great pleasure to award this year's Gilbert Adrian Scholarship to Megan Rirukin.
On this stormy, rainy day, the Safety Committee has asked me to let you know in case of extreme lightning, do not stand next to me. Yeah, it's not only door sills that are the danger. I have the honor of representing the Communication Arts, Business, and Economics Department, and we have two awards to present. The first is the Mabel Gray Newbern Communication Endowed Scholarship. Mabel Gray Newbern, during her lifetime, paid special attention to helping young women achieve their dreams. This scholarship is awarded to a sophomore for their junior and senior year. The recipient must be a woman majoring in journalism or a media-related field, and they must demonstrate significant contributions to the community and collegiate communication. This year we have an outstanding recipient. She's made significant contributions in a variety of HC campus media. She is the Nebraska Collegiate Media Association award-winning sports photographer. She personifies journalistic professionalism. It is a privilege to announce this year's Mabel Gray Newbern Communication Endowed Scholarship winner is Chloe Eckberg. The second award recognizes the Outstanding Business Economics Senior. Each year, the business disciplines of CABE present the Outstanding Senior Award to a graduating senior with a business or economics-related major. This year's recipient has continually distinguished herself. She is an incredible scholar, an outstanding critical thinker. She has an amazing work ethic, and at the same time, she is a very modest and genuine person. This year's recipient is worthy of admiration. It's with a great deal of pride and pleasure that CABE Department presents the Outstanding Business Economics Senior Award to Morgan Peters.
The chemistry department has 2 awards. The first award is the CRC Press Chemistry Achievement Award, given annually to the top first-year student in the college chemistry course. The award is a copy of the CRC Handbook of Chemistry and Physics. And yes, owning one of these does make you a scientific geek. But don't worry, it happens to the best of us. This year's recipient of the CRC Press Chemistry Achievement Award is Emily Wright. The second award is the Arnold A. Alberts Outstanding Chemist Award. It's awarded annually to a senior chemistry or biochemistry major. The award is named for the late Dr. Alberts, who was a chemistry professor at Hastings College from 1956 to 1976. This year's recipient, simply put, is the best student I've ever taught. I hope someday I have another one just like him. He's going to be truly missed. There's a plaque award, and there's unfortunately no monetary award, and I feel a little bad about that. So this is the best I can do. If you or anyone you know is interested in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home with a spacious yard and a great neighbor, at least that's what Brenda told me, please contact this year's recipient of the award, Joe Shanley.
The Teacher Education Department is privileged to honor 2 families by presenting the Walter Family Scholarships and the Dwayne E. Freeman Scholarship. The Louise Walter Memorial Scholarship is awarded annually to 2 elementary education majors who will be seniors next academic year. Louise Walter was a longtime elementary teacher and later served Hastings College from 1960 to 1983. Her service to the college was marked by excellence, and she is a person of the highest integrity. The Ruth Walter Meyer Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a senior elementary major as well. This person is an MAT student. Ruth Walter was born in 1917 in Breda, Iowa. She married Kenneth Meyer. They had 1 daughter, Ruth Ellen Meyer Gabor. Her motto, or motivation in life, was always service above self. It's really an honor to get to present these awards. We're particularly grateful to the Walter family because in the last couple of years they were able to add a second scholarship, so we're able to award 2 undergraduate scholarships, and also an MAT scholarship. So that's just a great pleasure for us. The recipients of the Louise Walter Scholarship are Sherry McCune and Drew Sothers. Not at all surprising. I'm going to have you stand here just a moment, okay? And the recipient of the Ruth Walter Meyer Scholarship is Miranda Nanfito. Congratulations to these outstanding future teachers. This is the third year that we've had the privilege of selecting an individual to receive the Dwayne E. Freeman Memorial Scholarship. This, too, is just a real treat for us because for several years we've been able to honor an elementary major, but we didn't have a scholarship for a secondary major. So we're really just delighted and so grateful to the family of Dwayne Freeman. Dwayne Freeman was a secondary math teacher and later a principal. He coached basketball and was also a track coach. He was actually assistant principal at Hastings Senior High for 23 years. Throughout his career, Dwayne always maintained that education was the great equalizer. He would have considered it an honor to aid someone, such as this year's recipient. In the pursuit of teaching excellence, it's really just a delight for me to present the Dwayne E. Freeman Memorial Scholarship to Callie Arnold.
As the director of forensics, I'm always telling my students to step up to the challenge of their competition, so I figure I better practice what I preach. There. The forensics team is honored to announce 2 awards this morning. The first award is the Kevin Heineman Outstanding Fresh Person Award. Kevin Heineman was the beloved director of forensics at Hastings College who passed away in 1995. He started the Summer Speech Institute and put Hastings College on the map at the American Forensics Association National Individual Events Tournament. This award is given to a first-year competitor and is voted on by the team. This year's recipient is quite impressive. He qualified all 3 genres for the American Forensics Association National Individual Events Tournament, and he was an individual events contender for this tournament, which very few seniors can even claim. He was the first-year student to qualify for nationals and has multiple championship awards. As one coach said, I call him Mr. Unflappable. His superpower is the ability to remain poised and composed through the most adverse situations. It's been an honor to work with him this year. The 2011 Kevin Heineman Outstanding Fresh Person is Jared Buskirk. He said it's quite a long walk from the choir loft. The second award is the Pi Kappa Delta Outstanding Speaker of the Year Award. This award is given to individuals who embody the ideals of Hastings speech, and it's based on contribution at the state, national, and international levels. It embodies the notion of success, work ethic, and passion. This award is nominated and voted on by the coaching staff and is the highest honor that an HC forensicator can attain. This senior member has achieved multiple honors. He was an individual events contender at the American Forensics Association National Tournament. He achieved a semifinal in persuasion. He also took second place at the Interstate Oratorical Contest, which is the oldest public speaking competition in the nation. And he was the state champion in persuasion. He has given his heart and soul to this team and deserves this recognition. As the coaches say of him, this speaker speaks from the heart. It's been great watching him grow up these 4 years, and he finally gets to see the results he deserves. The 2011 Pi Kappa Delta Outstanding Speaker of the Year is Kurt Casper.
The History Department awards 4 departmental scholarships to outstanding students. You may read about Jessica Richards, a recipient of the Doctors Philip and K. Jordan Scholarship, and Jessica Shipley, the recipient of the Elmer B. Van Horn Scholarship, in your program. But right now I want to announce 2 other recipients. Would you please come to the stage when you're called? The Dr. Clement Briggenhagen served as professor of history and chair of the department from 1960 to 1975. He was known for his demanding courses, rigorous scholarship, and high grading standards. One of his former students established this memorial scholarship in history to honor his memory, and the recipient of the 2011-12 scholarship is Preston Peterson. The Reverend Joseph Kyle Memorial Scholarship was created by Mr. John Kyle, son of the Reverend Kyle and father of Dr. Joseph Kyle, a professor of history and chair of the department at Hastings College until 1992. The Reverend Kyle was a minister at the United Presbyterian Church who pioneered in Central Ohio in the 19th century. Among many other accomplishments, he headed the church's theological seminary in Xenia, Ohio. This is the highest award that our department is able to grant, and it's with pleasure that we award it to Hannah Witt.
Hi, I'm representing the Department of Languages and Literatures, and I have 3 awards to give. The first one is the Art and Eunice Langvart English Scholarship, and former Dean of the College and English Professor Dr. Arthur C. Langvart and his wife, Mrs. Eunice Langvart, have endowed a financial award for an outstanding junior English major. The Langvart Scholar works closely with a member of the English faculty on a special project and presents the results in an English forum each year, and that will be in early December, so look out. The Langvart Scholar for next year is Katie Gerwig. Then we also give the Stephen Lingwall Senior English Award. Stephen L. Lingwall was a member of the class of 1972 and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree cum laude and with high distinction in English. An outstanding student and scholar, he received what was then called the Senior English Award and went on to earn a Master of Arts degree in English at the University of Arkansas. When he died in 1975 in a car accident, the English department decided to commemorate him by naming the Senior English Award after him. This is another one of those wonderful awards that doesn't come with any money, but it comes with a wonderful big box of books. And this time around 2 people are getting the big box of books, and they are our fabulous assistants and English majors, Beth Hartman and Lauren Lee. Our last award is the Clara Altman Award for Foreign Languages. The award is given in honor of Clara Altman, who was professor of Spanish at Hastings College from 1921 to 1958 and it goes to a junior who's majoring and excelling in a foreign language, but also majoring in another field. So it's a pretty high caliber award. The award this year goes to Nicole Krause.
I've been working on my Carter Aiken soul patch here, so. This makes consecutive years that I've been doing the presentation up here. Usually in the department we rotate through who's on stage, but this spring Dr. Hall's on sabbatical. In fact, he's on his way to Thailand right now. Dr. Buckholtz is very pregnant, and Dr. Cook is just a shit. So. Anyway, I'm gonna put on glasses and pretend like I'm reading something up here. So, I've got 2 awards to give today. The first is the Carol G. Patterson Scholarship presented to our outstanding junior in mathematics. This year's recipient I met the summer before his freshman year, and I was talking to him, and he's trying to convince me about how much math he had taught himself while he was in high school, and I'm going, I don't know about this, I don't know where to place him. And it turned out he did know a lot of math. And this semester he has demonstrated to me his capability of learning things on his own as he's been doing complex analysis with me by arrangement. He has also illustrated to me that he's fairly high maintenance. So, this year's recipient of the Carol G. Patterson Scholarship is Corey Rutlinger. All right, speaking of high maintenance, the next award is he's coming down already, he knows. The next award is the Outstanding Senior in Mathematics. This year's recipient actually had gotten 3 offers for graduate teaching assistantships, so he's going to head off to grad school. But for the last 3.5 years, I've been referring to him as MB, which is maintenance boy. I love him, but he drives me nuts. As an example of that, last spring when he was helping me teach math for elementary teachers, the instructions on the very last quiz were sketch a picture of Dr. Schneider choking Kyle. This year's recipient is Kyle Kalelel.
Contrary to popular belief, Dr. Dudley, one of us is glad to see you go. Last Monday at the annual Music Department Honors Convocation, 71 individuals were acknowledged for a significant honor, scholarship, service, or achievement to the music program at Hastings College. Today, we honor one individual as the Outstanding Senior in Music. This award is selected by a vote of the music faculty and is presented to a student who has proven to be a fine musician, a fine scholar, and a fine contributor to the rich tradition known as Hastings College music. It is my pleasure to present the Outstanding Senior in Music Award to Lizzie Powers.
The Udlock Walkup Memorial Christian Education Scholarship was established by Skip Udlock in honor and memory of his parents. This year's award is shared by Caitlin Wilson and Catherine Cunningham. The Reverend Kenneth and Alice Locke Family Scholarship was established to honor the Reverend Kenneth Locke and his wife, Alice Locke. Preference is given to a junior preparing for a church-related vocation. The Birchler-Renninger Scholarship is a scholarship established by Alan Birchler to honor his parents, with preference given to a Presbyterian student whose intention is to prepare for a church-related vocation. This year, both awards are given to Taylor Miller.
Each year, members of the Hastings College Circle of the National Leadership Honorary, Omicron Delta Kappa, selects one student to honor for their outstanding leadership in campus and community activities. This year, the Hastings College Circle of ODK has chosen April Christensen as its Leader of the Year. Congratulations, April.
I'm Beth Hartman, and I'm the president of Phi Alpha Theta, the History Honors Society. Sarah Jane Gardner was a beloved history and English professor at Hastings College in the 1970s and 1980s. And to honor her memory, Phi Alpha Theta, the History Honors Society, chooses a member each year to present a lecture of original research. Professor Gardner was smart, down-to-earth, and very passionate about her subject. Her students loved her for her riveting lectures, droll sense of humor, and witty way with words. For example, in a lecture about Edgar Allan Poe, a former student recalled her stating in class, "Poe's father was an SOB, and you can put that in your notes." Sarah J. Gardner did not go to college until her youngest child went to kindergarten. She finished her undergraduate degree at the University of Arizona in just 3 years, graduating Phi Beta Kappa, and 6 years after she started college, she received a PhD from Washington State University. She wrote her dissertation in 6 weeks, sending her kids to her mothers, sleeping days and working nights on it until it was done, a practice many history majors have adopted as well. It is my pleasure to announce the 2012 Sarah Jane Gardner Scholar, Preston Peterson.
On behalf of the Philosophy and Religion Department, I'm pleased to present the Leroy and Jean Tome Scholarship for Continuing Religious Education for a recipient who has strong intentions of continuing their education at seminary. This year's award is shared by John Randall Marks and Nathan Stepp. Also pleased to present the Dorothy Reed Steen Armstrong Scholarship for a student who's demonstrated a commitment to Christian education or who is active in campus religious programs. This year's award is shared among Jessica Bliven, Michelle Shavlik, and Ruby Stoop.
Good morning. The Physics Department recognizes outstanding academic achievement at the introductory as well as the advanced levels. In honor of Dr. Harry R. James, Master Teacher and Chair of the Physics Department for 29 years, the James Physics Award is given to those students in their first year of physics that have demonstrated significant achievement. Will the following students please come to the stage to receive your award? Lindsay Wickman and Jarrett Weiss. Probably noticed that the criteria, your name had to start with a W. Confusing. In honor of William Welton, former HC graduate and physics major, his grandmother, Mrs. Pauline Madgett, initiated the Madgett Scholarship in Physics. This award is given to those students who continue to demonstrate their excellent advancement towards a degree in physics. Will the following students please come to the stage to receive your award? Jordan Burrell, Jake Braunberger, and Neil Sabata.
Good morning. On behalf of the Political Science Department, it is my honor and pleasure to award both a scholarship and an award. First, a scholarship. The Dr. Denny Storr Scholarship in Political Science honors my dear friend. This scholarship is an expression of the respect his students have for him. He's been a member of our department since 1968, despite his retirement in 2001. Thank you. I have his job. So, he has an office next to mine still, so anyway. So this scholarship is given to a student at the end of his or her sophomore year who is majoring in political science, who demonstrates excellence in political science. This year's recipient is a comparativist like me and Dr. Storr, and I am looking very forward to Skyping with the student while he's in Kyrgyzstan. So please join me in congratulating Thomas Olson. Second, I get to award an award with a little bit of cash with it. To honor the high standards, the rigorous coursework, and the love of all things poli-sci, we decided to honor our emeriti right there. Dr. Charles Evans and Dr. Denny Storr, known to most of us simply as Chuck and Denny, who live next to each other and are best friends. We've created an Evans-Storr Lecture in Political Science. This lecture is given to a political science major interested in becoming one of us, which is, you know, oof. So the recipient is invited to give a lecture on any topic of his or her choosing. This year's recipient will intern this summer at the Inter-University Consortium for Political and Social Research at the University of Michigan, which I have affectionately been referring to as Summer Camp for Geeks this summer. I look forward to hearing the first Evans lecture on either regime change in North Africa, in the Middle East, or the correlates of war. Please join me congratulating Mr. Toby Flint.
Good morning. Lee Wiggert, representing my colleagues in the psychology department. We have an award and a memorial scholarship. The Psychi Award is provided by Dr. Robert L. Schlock, my former professor and colleague. The 2010-2011 Robert L. Schlock Annual Psychi Award goes to a junior majoring in psychology who has demonstrated a strong knowledge base in psychology, possesses solid intellectual skills, exhibits unique interpersonal skills and values, has demonstrated competencies in research methodology, and is likely to pursue a career in psychology and to be a contributor to the field. This year's recipient is a quiet person who leads by example, is highly dependable, and has maintained a 4.0 grade point average. The faculty of the psychology department is proud to honor Caitlin Wilson with the 2010-2011 Robert L. Schlock Psychi Award. There is a small monetary award, Caitlin, that goes with that, but you can't spend it on golf, playing with your professor. It has to go toward your tuition next year. Okay. The second scholarship that we award is the Gregory L. Plock Memorial Scholarship in Investigational Neuroscience. If you'll look on the program, you'll see that Gregory Plock was the 1983 Bronco Award winner, went on to be a physician, was at Johns Hopkins University doing research, and unfortunately when he was working with an AIDS patient and he drew blood from the patient, he pricked his finger with a needle and acquired HIV and eventually AIDS. He decided to award this scholarship on his dying days. He also gave a lecture, which I have in my office and provide to my students to watch. And he talks about the dying process, but more than that, he wants to and wanted to provide this scholarship to continue the investigation of neuroscience. And he provided this endowed scholarship at Hastings College to promote and support interest in investigational neuroscience. The applicant must be a junior to be a senior student in good standing at Hastings College, bona fide pursuit of postgraduate study, either a PhD, a MD, or an MS in investigational neuroscience in the disciplines of psychology or psychiatry, neurology, neurosurgery, or pharmacology, must have a minimum grade point average of 3.5 and demonstrated aptitude in investigational techniques. The award this year is a scholarship for next year of $4,450. The 2011-2012 recipient of the Gregory L. Plock Memorial Scholarship with a grade point average of 3.84 in investigational neuroscience is Apollo Stack.
Good morning, if it possibly could still be morning. My name is Dan Kramer, and I am this year's student body president.
And I'm Jason States, the vice president.
And last year, the Student Association Executive Cabinet decided to create an award to honor the most outstanding senator and executive council member of the year. So when we were looking at deciding who that would be, Jason and I examined the Student Association Constitution's preamble, in which it states that all Student Association representatives should embody the following characteristics.
Student association representatives should work to improve the administration of student affairs, to preserve and defend student rights, to promote the greatest level of communication and cooperation between the student body and Hastings College, to serve the entire student body, and to promote the utmost excellence in a college experience. We feel that the following individuals best embody these characteristics.
This year's most outstanding executive council member is Kevin Wright.
And this year's Senator of the Year is Cassidy Pitkin.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Barbie.
And I'm Rebecca Smith.
And we're the co-presidents of the Student Education Association here at Hastings College. Every year, the Student Education Association recognizes an outstanding senior who's made important contributions to our organization.
In her 4 years as a member of the Student Education Association, she's held various officer positions at both the local and state level. She served as the co-president of our local chapter for 2 years, as well as Western Region representative and vice president for the state executive team. She organized a local outreach to teach at Prairie Loft and assisted with many other community service activities. She has attended national conferences in Seattle, New Orleans, San Diego, and Orlando. Her dedication and commitment to the program have been nothing short of honorable. We are pleased to present this year's Student Education Association Outstanding Senior Award to Cassidy Pitkin.
Good morning. My name is George White, and on behalf of the Theater Arts Department, it is my distinct privilege and pleasure to present 2 awards this morning. In the fall of 1959, the newly appointed chairman of the Speech Department and director of theater, Dr. Harold C. Schiffler, came to Hastings College from the University of Iowa. Professor Schiffler served in this position for 24 years and retired in the spring of 1983. In 1995, Dr. Schiffler passed away, and former students and friends established the Howe Schiffler Scholarship, which goes to a deserving junior theater participant at Hastings College. This is to be used during their senior year. This year's recipient is Misty Schreck. I do not believe that Misty is in attendance. Each year, the theater department also recognizes a senior theater student for outstanding contributions to the theater program during their tenure here. This year's recipient has participated in all aspects of production and has performed with passion in each assignment or role. It is with the utmost pleasure that I present this award for the Outstanding Theater Student for 2010-2011 to two outstanding theater students, Franny Myers and Blake Holan.
I'm here today to present the Ginny Holyoke McCaig Scholarship in honor of my Babcock Hall roommate. Ginny died unexpectedly in 1993, just a year after she received the Bronco Award on this stage. She was an enthusiastic, generous, and absolutely outstanding student and an even better friend. I was privileged to have Ginny in my life, and I'm pleased to have the opportunity to recognize her memory today by awarding the Holyoke McCaig Scholarship. The Ginny Holyoke McCaig Scholarship is granted from a memorial fund established by Ginny's parents, Dr. Ted and Sharon Holyoke, and husband, Dr. Bert McCaig, who graduated with Ginny from Hastings College in 1992. The recipient of the Holyoke McCaig Memorial Scholarship is to be a student whose academic excellence in economics and political science, whose distinctive leadership in campus and extracurricular activities, and whose career commitment to public service embody the extraordinary example that Ginny Holyoke McCaig set at Hastings College. For Ginny's family, the recipients of this scholarship become a vehicle through which the promise of a significant career in public service can yet be realized. This year's recipient is majoring in both economics and political science and intends to pursue higher degrees in law and economics. I know that Ginny would have admired the recipient's work ethic, curiosity, and his backhand. It is with great pleasure that I announce the 2011 recipient of the Holyoke McCaig Memorial Scholarship, Andrew Huber.
It is my pleasure as representative of Weir Hall to award our Weir Hall Award, very originally named, and a little bit of cash to a man who will be a junior next year and who has been an exemplary member of our hall, Anthony Kramer.
I'm Kimberly Liddell, current president of Taylor Hall. We are one of the all-girl dorms here on campus. And each spring we select a member, either a sophomore or a junior, who will be returning to Taylor Hall for the next academic school year. And they are selected based on their involvement in dorm life and their overall ability to make Taylor Hall such an awesome place to live. And so it is with great pleasure that I announce the 2011 recipient for the Dean Moore Honorary Service Scholarship is Jessica Hazelton.
Good morning. Well, first of all, it's not a surprise to any of the faculty and the staff that worked with Jamie Call-Reimer during her time as a student here that she earned her doctorate and is now a professor in music at the University of Nebraska. She fully expected all of that, and I certainly did. I would warn J.B. Milliken, who is now the president of the University of Nebraska system. Look out, J.B. You'll be lucky if you keep your job another 5 years if Jamie wants it. So I'll call and warn him. Congratulations and thank you again for speaking here today. I'd like to also recognize her spouse who's with us today, Sam Reimer. Sam was a wonderful student here, 1998 grad. Sam, would you please stand and be recognized, please? Thank you. Thank you. Sam? Yep. This is not only a great place to get a marvelous education, but a really cool place to find a significant other or spouse. So congratulations to both of you. I've been here 38 years, and I think one thing that has remained really a constant and just over these last several years, and that is the number 285. And it really has been a constant, consistent thing that has been involved in my life, and that is the weight of Dr. Kuzer. Has been amazingly consistent, even as a student, and I understand even as an 8th grader in Broken Bow. Congratulations, Dr. Kuzer. That's a YouTube moment, isn't it? Yeah, you gotta be. Facebook, here it comes. All right. In April of 2004, Jessica Madsen, a first-year student at Hastings College, died in an automobile accident. Jessica was a member of the Hastings College softball team. Jessica's parents, Doug and Becky Madsen, have established an endowed scholarship in memory of their daughter. This scholarship is being awarded annually at Honors Convocation to a senior member of the softball team who has a strong record of commitment to her coaches, her teammates, and her sport. The candidate must exhibit leadership qualities both on and off the field and have a minimum 3.0 grade point average. The head softball coach, the athletic director, and the college president select the recipient. I am so pleased to award the 2011 annual Jessica E. Madsen Memorial Scholarship to Mallory Sewer. Mallory, would you please come forward? Before I announce the President's Award, I did want to announce a new scholarship that we're very, very pleased to have, and it's the Hal Lainson Memorial Scholarship, which has been created by the Lainson family in memory of Mr. Hal Lainson, a 1934 Hastings College graduate. Mr. Lainson was chairman of the Hastings College Board of Trustees for 27 years and was a lifelong contributor to the college's excellence. The endowed scholarship is awarded annually to an outstanding first-year student intending to major in English, literature, or history. Preference will be given to a Nebraska student. Mr. Lainson's spouse, Gretchen Lainson, is a 1937 Hastings College graduate. Their daughters, Margaret Herms and Mary Olson, graduated from Hastings College in 1965 and 69, respectively. The scholarship will be awarded beginning this fall term. So again, we're very, very pleased to announce that wonderful new scholarship. The President's Award is given in recognition of meritorious support and contributions to Hastings College. This year's recipient is Joanne Clemmer. Joanne continues to provide generous financial support to Washburn University, her alma mater, and to Hastings College, her late husband Herb's alma mater. The reason Joanne could not be with us at Honors Convocation today is because she's receiving an honorary doctorate from Washburn University today. Joanne has created the Dr. Herb and Joanne Clemmer Endowed Scholarship Fund for pre-med students and recently established an endowed mentoring fund for pre-med students who are juniors at Hastings College. As I mentioned, Mrs. Clemmer could not be with us today, so please join me in giving a round of applause for her many contributions to Hastings College. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a stack of awards hidden down here. I always find it funny. If you really wanted to snoop, no one would think to look in the podium for an award, but they're not all that well hidden, I don't think. Well, it is a real pleasure to present the 2011 Bondrak Outstanding Advisor Award. Of course, I would first like to thank Nicholas and Gretchen Bondrak for providing the $1,000 gift to today's recipient. The Hastings College community is already well aware that the commitment our academic advisors have to students really is outstanding. Our advising program is at the foundation of what makes Hastings College such a special place for our students. Now, in the 22-year history of this award, there have been 65 different advisors nominated. As evidence of their commitment, 70% of those are still advising today. Pretty impressive retention rate over a 22-year span. My continued appreciation, of course, to all of our academic advisors for their efforts. The award selection committee considered 6 deserving nominees this year. Our recipient understands that being an advisor has responsibilities that extend beyond just signing an infamous yellow registration form. A Hastings College advisor takes the time to get to know their student, know their goals, know their plans, and then works with that student on how to achieve those. Of course, the advisor is there along the journey, providing encouragement all along the way. To introduce this year's selection, a few comments from a letter of nomination that tells a great story. I'm quoting now. My advisor has taken the time to get to know me personally, which is such an important aspect for a student, to know that their advisor truly cares. She has not only assisted me with my academic program, she has also made several opportunities available to enhance my college experience. The letter goes on to say, she has encouraged me to apply for scholarships, which I would otherwise have known nothing about. She has also offered to write me a letter of recommendation for the scholarship even before I had a chance to ask her. Now, I'll pause here. Students, you can verify with faculty, no one is proactive in writing letters. That statement might be the single most impressive sentence in a nomination letter I've ever read. The letter closes with, it is because of her excitement and passion that I have made the final decision to even enter into teaching. Her constant support and encouragement as an advisor has truly motivated me as a student, and I'm sure has been an inspiration to her other advisees as well. Well, I have no doubt that it has. Please join me in congratulating our 2011 Bondrak Outstanding Advisor, Mrs. Darcy Carr.
In 2011, Hastings College continues the tradition of presenting an annual Distinguished Faculty Achievement Award to a deserving member of the faculty. The sponsors of the award are Jay Kent and Norma Lee Stadler, HC alums. We thank them for their generous support. The award recognizes significant and meritorious achievement in teaching. It comes with a cash prize of $5,000. Skip the page. Faculty, students, and staff are invited to nominate full-time faculty members for the award. Each year, a number of faculty are nominated, and I have the pleasure of reading the nomination letters and of hearing how our faculty make such a difference in the lives of our students. This year, the Distinguished Faculty Achievement Award Committee deadlocked on 2 outstanding faculty and decided, since the award was recently increased to 5 big ones, they would split the honor and the money. I will introduce the first recipient of this year's award by quoting from a letter of nomination. She has a true connection to her students and knows them well. She anticipates potential problems and does her best to innovatively lead her students to positive solutions. From a faculty person,
All of us who have worked with her are aware of times she has subtly redirected us during our early years as part of the faculty on HC campus. One of my colleagues talked about this recently at a lunch meeting, saying, "I hate to admit it, but she was so subtle that I didn't figure out what she was doing for several months. It became much easier when I figured it out because I could simply go to her directly and cry, 'Help.'" She is a thoughtful leader and encourages similar qualities in all of us to the great benefits of students. The bottom line is that Dr. Remp expects the best and usually gets it from both students and staff. Yes? Now for the second award, I quote from a letter of nomination. "I enrolled in this beginning class because I thought it would be fun and cool. But this intro class has become so much more. Through humor and guidance, he has not only taught me a new skill, but has inspired me to rededicate my time to my artistic passion. To inspire a newbie freshman is great, but to inspire a seasoned senior is rare. He is a great mentor in what I want to do with my life and also a great guy. He is easy to get along with, but can also push students to do better artwork. I think a way to measure his impact is to look at students' work. The glass I have been making recently is much better than last year's and even last semester. Tom Krieger, please come forward." Now for the big one. Distinguished Senior Faculty Award. The Distinguished Senior Faculty Award, supported by the Chair of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Hal Dittmer, who is also an HC alum, is given annually to a faculty member who has dedicated 15 years or more of professional service to Hastings College and who has, during that time, demonstrated a sustained commitment to quality teaching and to serving students both in and out of the classroom. The award includes a cash prize of $5,000. In establishing the award, Mr. Dittmer wanted to say thank you to those faculty who have given so much to Hastings College and to our students. This year, 19 faculty were eligible. Would you please join me in a round of applause thanking those 19 faculty for their many years of dedicated service. This year's recipient is certainly deserving. This person has been part of the Hastings College faculty since 1993. He has served as department chair, president of the Faculty Senate, and is a member of both the Curriculum and Faculty Affairs Committees, member of the Tenure and Promotion Committee, and numerous other committees and councils on campus. In our community, he was active. You might as well start coming down. He was active on the Hastings Family Planning Board and the Hastings Community Concert Association Board, the Hastings Band Parent Association, as well as the First United Methodist Church. He is one of those people you can rely on to get a job done well. More importantly, he's a great cook and likes to square dance. Please join me in congratulating this year's distinguished faculty member, Dr. John Baumfall.